Well, guys, we need to talk about this crazy lady in the state of Florida, folks, because she thought it was a good idea to pull out a 16-inch knife on a police officer with a gun. But guess what? She found out. Now, we're going to watch a little bit of the video, but I can't show you, man, what actually happens when the police officer actually shoots her. Honestly, guys, I thought she was dead. I really did think she was dead because we actually got the body cam footage, folks. And this woman, man, she's a black woman, and the officer is white. Okay? Now, we know what the left stream media would actually say about this. There was no reason for the officer to shoot. Remember doing the Summer of Blood in 2020, man, the crazy times? You actually had NBA players out there. Remember the officer that shot Ma'Khia Bryant? Now, Ma'Khia Bryant was a young black girl, and she actually had a knife, and she was about to stab another black girl. The officer reacted quick. He pulled out his gun. He shot her. Unfortunately, she died. But the officer made the right move, man. He actually saved the life. Now, in this clip right here, this officer actually trying to save their own life. The officer was in the right, okay? Now, this woman, folks, man, we got some background on her. Boy, I got to tell you, man, she had a day. I mean, we're talking about multiple hit and run incidents in a single day. And then at the end of the day, folks, she found out. She got shot. She didn't die. She recovered. But guess what? Now she actually got arrested. Let's get into this, guys. Right over here, guys. Multiple hit and runs related to PSJ officer involved shooting, police say. Now, you can see this one right here, black female, overweight. Her mouth is screaming out. I mean, she looks like she's ready to stab the officer. Now, she does have a knife. You can't see it right there, but we got a little bit of a video clip, okay? But right here, it says, the Port St. Joe Police Department has released additional information, now this is a couple of weeks ago, regarding an officer-involved shooting on Friday. This is dated on August 18th. The PSJPD has released the name of the subject involved as well as the officers present at the incident. Authorities say they responded to a call on August 15th at around 3:42 p.m. regarding a repo driver trying to repossess a vehicle that had fled a scene after a crash. Police say a white Ford Fusion, and you guys see right there, that is a Ford Fusion right there that lady's in. Anyway, was located with an expired temporary tag belonging to Tequila Walker in North Port St. Joe. A brief attempt to stop the vehicle was terminated by Sergeant Sherelle Morrison. Then, at around 4:19 p.m., like 40 minutes later, a hit and run was reported involving the Ford Fusion, with the complainant not pressing charges. Police say the vehicle was found by Sergeant Morrison, who began speaking with Walker and the repo driver, de-escalating the situation. Officers were then dispatched to a Sunstop convenience store in Highland View in reference to a hit and run involving Walker's vehicle. Wow. Which was reportedly being blocked by a repo truck at 5:52 p.m. The PSJPD also received a department call regarding reckless driving by Walker. The vehicle was then located by PSJPD's Sergeant Morrison and Officer Jerry Lee at 6:01 p.m. at 249 Avenue C. Walker was found in the driver's seat, armed with a 16-inch fillet-style knife with a silver blade, refusing to drop the weapon. According to authorities, attempts to de-escalate the situation were made for several minutes. See, guys, the cops really just don't want to shoot immediately. They really don't. A Gulf County Sheriff's deputy and Officer Alan Edwards then arrived on the scene to help, with a deputy then breaking a car window to deploy a taser, officials say. Now, get this, man. Now, the lefties always say, why don't you just tase them? The tasers don't always work. They don't always work, man. Prime example was over there in Atlanta, man. And remember, you had the guy, this is during the Summer of Blood too. What was his name? I can't remember his name off the top of my head right now. He fell asleep in the Wendy's parking lot. He was drunk as a skunk. And then the police were asking him all kind of questions for like 30 minutes. And after 30 minutes, he failed a breathalyzer. And then they tried to arrest him. And he started fighting them. They deployed a taser, and guess what? It didn't work. It didn't work. Then the guy actually tried to get the taser from them. He fired at them, which is considered a deadly weapon. And then he got smoked. Yeah, that's what happened. I'm trying to remember his name. If you guys remember his name, let me know in the comment section below. But anyway, look here. It goes on. It says, a Gulf County Sheriff's deputy and Officer Alan Edwards then arrived on the scene to help, with a deputy breaking a car window to deploy a taser, officials say. The taser was deployed 7 times with no effect, and Walker swung the knife towards the deputy. Walker then charged Sergeant Morrison with the knife after exiting the vehicle, officials say. According to the PSJPD, Sergeant Morrison discharged his firearm twice, and Officer Lee discharged once. So multiple officers ended up shooting her. Police say Walker was shot once in the upper arm and once in the pelvic area. Yeah. Officials say authorities then disarmed and gave life-saving medical aid to Walker until EMS arrived and took her for treatment. And they say that the full video is going to be released. But now we actually have some video here, folks. And boy, right here, look at that right there. The knife blade is right there. It's right there. Okay? So let's go back over here to the beginning. Okay? I'm only going to play a little bit of this, guys. Okay? This woman, she had a death wish, even though she didn't die. Watch this.
Drop the knife now! Drop it!
They're telling her to drop the knife. That's the taser, I believe.
Drop the knife!
And right here, she gets out. They're telling her to drop the knife. I'm just trying to play it slow right here. And look right there. Yeah, right here, man. And it backfired. It backfired, folks. That was a bad idea. I wish I can actually show you the full video, man, but I can't. I can't do it. That was a bad idea on her part. This was completely justified. And now she's been arrested. Yeah. Look here. It says it's been around 2 weeks since the Port St. Joe Police Department saw its first officer-involved shooting in decades. Now an arrest has been made. Police officials say after 41-year-old, and I believe that's it right there. I'm going to pause it right there so it doesn't keep playing right there. Anyway, Tuesday morning, PSJPD released the body cam footage of the shooting and the interactions leading up to the incident. And we already saw what just happened here. But get this here. In connection. Oh, no, they got multiple charges here. Here you go. Tuesday morning, Chief Richards told News 13 the Bay County Sheriff's Office arrested Walker on multiple charges Monday. And she's being held in the Bay County Jail. In connection with the officer-involved shooting, Walker is being charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon on a law enforcement officer and resisting arrest with violence. Chief Richard says the FDLE investigation into the shooting remains ongoing. Yeah. Man, this woman is lucky to be alive. Lucky to be alive. I mean, she clearly was deranged, man. Completely out of her mind. The woman had a death wish. She didn't care. Multiple hit and runs in one day. And then the police come out. They tell you to get out the car. You don't want to do it, and then you decide to pull out a knife on the cops, and you think that's going to end well? Nah. This ended very badly for her, folks. Very badly. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.